vertical and horizontal lines. So working along with me, plot and label the points A, 1, 7. So you remember we have the x coordinate and then the y coordinate. This is x, this is y. So we go to 1 on the x and 7 on the y, and the point that lines up, they said label, so we label that point A. B, 1, 1, 1 on the x, 1 on the y, label it B. C, 4, 1, 4 on the x, 1 on the y, label that C. Join these with straight lines. Use a ruler anytime we're doing straight lines. And name the shape that we've made there. Now it's not just a triangle. Because the points, the vertices have been labelled, it is actually triangle ABC. Triangle, the symbol is a little triangle shape, A, B, C. And we can also see that it's a right-angled triangle because it's got a vertical line and a horizontal line. Questions from then on. Find the distance AB by counting units. So the distance between A and B is just the distance AB there. And counting units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And because it's just units, we're writing 6 units. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of AB. Now the midpoint is the point that's halfway between two other points. So halfway between A and B. There's a couple of different ways we can do that, but simply counting, we know the distance is 6, so half of that is going to be 3 units. This is our midpoint, and the coordinates of that midpoint in brackets, the x coordinate first, 1, and then the y coordinate, 4. So we've learned about, sorry, I went off screen there a bit. We've learned about a midpoint, the point that's in the middle between two other points. Find the distance BC. A couple of different ways we could do it, but we might as well count the units. 1, 2, 3 units. Compare point B, 1, 1, and C, 4, 1. Looking at the coordinates, how could you find that distance? Maybe have a look at points A and B, 1, 7, 1, 1, and look at the distance and work out how could you have found that given those points. The y values here are the same, which says that they're on the same horizontal line. So the distance is the difference in the x values, the difference between 1 and 4. 1, 2, 3, it's 3. The ones where the difference is 4 minus 1, the distance is 3 units. So we could find that distance without having the graph. Find the midpoint of BC. Probably easiest just to look at the graph and say, hey, look, exactly halfway between those two. Now that coordinate is going to be 2.5 on the x. So we can have coordinates, sorry, keep on going off the screen. We can have coordinates that have half values. And now use the formula, area is half times base times height, to find the area of triangle ABC. When we have a formula, we always write the formula. We substitute in the values. Now the base of this triangle is BC, and the distance BC is 3. The height of this triangle is AB. Remember that the base and the height of the triangle are always the two sides that are at right angles to each other, or the two dimensions that are at right angles to each other. So the height of that triangle is 6 units. And half times 3 times 6, you could type it into your calculator, or you could get half of whichever one was easiest. Half of 6 is 3. 3 times 3, 9 units squared. If you have a quick look at that triangle, that's saying it's got 9 square units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are whole units. Probably 7, 8, 9, all adding up those little fragments. It's about right. Now there's a couple of things that we can't easily find here, and we might have a chat about those in questions in class. But you've remembered how to plot points, how to name a triangle, how to find the distance between vertical or horizontal points, and what the midpoint is. We've remembered the area formula of a triangle.